Patrick, we saw a lot of maturity within the community throughout March, and I'd love to start with our first community call of the month, and that focusing on standardized vocabulary and the winter refresh. The vocab team continues to do a tremendous job for the community. Can you talk a little bit about this refresh and just in general the importance of the work that the vocab team is doing?
Yeah, I think, Craig, maturity is a good word to showcase the progress that we're making. I'm really proud of the work that Masha and Anna and the team have done in the vocabulary to bring yet another semi-annual release out to our community, a release that is providing more up-to-date content across multiple clinical domains, as well as we saw the presentation from Nima highlighting how we're trying to improve the quality of our release cycle. I think the one thing that we're seeing is that there's tremendous adoption of the Odyssey standardized vocabulary, not just within our community for doing research, but actually as a valuable public resource to help people understand diseases, drugs, procedures, measurements, and integrating that into various workflows. And our team is really leading the efforts in trying to harmonize this around the world. We've seen this being used regionally and globally, and the fact that the team continues to produce such a high-quality product for the entire community is really, it should be commended. I think it's also a good demonstration of why the OMOP Common Data Model is such an enduring resource, because it's not just about the structural standard that we've established, but it's this semantic harmonization that the vocabulary enables that really sets us apart.
Yeah, you mentioned OMOP, and we had our first workgroup spotlight call in March. I'm really looking forward to these to really get more in-depth look at what the various work groups are doing throughout Odyssey. And our first one featured the CDM work group led by Claire Blacketer and the HADES work group led by Anthony Senna. And again, maturity. We talked about, the moving forward, the next version of OMOP, and also, what's happening, updated releases with HADES. So, those are two critical areas for the community. What stood out about that session?
Well, I think Claire Blacketer did a great job of highlighting the work of the OMOP CDM work group, how they have been working together towards trying to establish the conventions to allow us to move forward to a future OMOP CDM version 5.5, which actually shows the remarkable maturity of our common data model. The revisions that are being made are relatively minor, and yet Claire highlighted a very mature approach that we're taking towards making sure that as we evolve this standard, that it works with all of our community activities and reaching out to all the work groups to make sure that we're holding hands in moving forward, which I think is a good milestone. Anthony Senna represented the HADES work group, and I think what's really remarkable is to look at the real tremendous progress that we're making in integrating together releases from all of the different HADES packages and bringing those together in the Strategist workflow that's now providing us a way to take advantage of all of Odyssey's open source development into one common utility. And we're really seeing that mature to the point that that's a hardened tool that not only is enabling us to conduct analyses within our own institutions, but it's really propelling us forward with all of our Odyssey network studies, enabling us to publish great scholarship as an international network.
Another work group that was featured this month was education, and Paul Nagy led a great session that highlighted different educational opportunities within the community. It also provided the re-release of the community dashboard, which is a great place to learn about the recent research that is coming out of the community. Can you talk a little bit about the importance of having this kind of central repository for all of these artifacts and materials for the community?
Absolutely. And first, I want to thank Robert Barrett and the team for all of his hard work in getting us to have this tool available at dash.odyssey.org. I think Paul Nagy summarized it nicely, but one of the amazing things about our open science community is the breadth and depth of content that's been generated from our community, and yet it's actually pretty difficult to even get your hands around it all. Now together as a community, we have over 1,000 publications. There's over 800 videos of educational content available. We have over 900 repositories of open source code. The dashboard provides a mechanism for us to all explore what's going on across the community and where there's been activities. I expect this to be a very valuable resource as folks are trying to learn from what's been done and also to identify areas for opportunities for collaboration. So I thank the Johns Hopkins team and Robert for making this resource available, and I hope that everybody benefits from using it to understand all the great stuff that's happening across our community.
Of course, there's many opportunities for education to come. We'll see some tutorials and workshops coming up this month at the Odyssey Europe Symposium. And as registration opens for the Global Symposium, the widest amount of tutorials that'll be offered at the Global Symposium. We'll talk more about those tutorials in future months, but it really was exciting to see much more variety in the tutorial offerings this year.
Yeah, this was our first year to just open up to the community and invite for a call for tutorials, and it was quite exciting to me to see the breadth of ideas and new perspectives that are going to be brought to the table. So as we now have opened up registration for the Odyssey Global Symposium, I hope everybody takes a look at the tutorial offerings and looks for new opportunities to engage and to learn from our community.
Yeah, you can find them all on the Global Symposium homepage right on the front of odyssey.org. Thanks for joining, Patrick.
Thank you, Greg. Trust in science.